floods in KZN, leading to residents calling to be removed after they've been unable to rebuild their homes. So let's take you now to the KwaZulu-Natal Social Development MEC spokesperson, Mhlaba Memela. Mhlaba, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time tonight. You're dealing with a situation here where in one instance there are of course families that have been taken to community halls. Not all of them have been given accommodation so far. And yet, following this weekend's heavy rains, you have more people that have been displaced. How are you responding to all of this?
Good evening, Kate, and good evening to our viewers at home. It's been quite a challenging situation in our province following the disasters that has happened in the past month and obviously this weekend as well. But the most of the people that have been evacuated have been placed in temporary shelters in different halls. That has been identified by our councillors and the provincial government. And obviously that will actually be, they will be actually removed and maybe given the better places when the other departments, especially the human settlement, has started to rebuild in some of the areas where they've actually promised to rebuild. The responsibility of social development has been to provide psychosocial support to the victims, a trauma debriefing, as well as a trauma containment. You will know, Kate, that some of our communities have worked very hard, in building their homes, and in a short space of time, when these disasters attacked our province, they were actually lost. They lost everything. They have nothing. And obviously, the Department of Social Development has a responsibility to ensure that when these people are in these shelters, are also provided with meals. And we've been working together with different NPOs, the private sector, and churches, to respond to the needs of the affected communities.
Of course, what many people want to know are the kind of deadlines that are being worked within. So you talk about the fact that there's so many other departments that need to get involved in as far as providing solutions. But because you interact directly with the recipients of the help that you're providing, how are you ensuring that information is filtering down from these other departments? And what are the deadlines that people can realistically be expecting?
Kate, it would be very difficult to talk about the deadlines. But what I can assure you is that the provincial government, led by the Premier of this province, Honorable Sihle Zikalala, has put together a capable team working together with MECs, and they are ensuring that all the people who are in temporary shelters get help, and obviously the responses are properly communicated with the communities. So we are hoping that very soon, regardless of being attacked by these disasters twice, we will be able to see some of our communities back in their homes, and also those who had lost everything, their houses being rebuilt in their respective areas.
Outside of saying very soon, there really are no timelines or timeframes that departments are working on or working within in a coordinated manner?
I believe that the Department of Human Settlement will be in a better position, to give that that detail. Because remember, it also involves the issue of engineering. You recall that some of the areas that have been affected are the areas where people, they've constructed their homes near the rivers and so on. So that means it needs a proper engineering now to ensure that those people are sometimes moved in those certain areas and placed in the correct areas so that we avoid a similar situation in the future. So that's why I'm saying it will be very, very difficult to say talk about the deadlines until we know the work that is being, the research done by engineers on responding to these areas.
Mhlaba Memela speaks on behalf of the Social Development MEC in KZN.